So I've just told you about my morning routine at the moment, which does change. It doesn't always stay the same. And now I've got to the place where I come to my yoga mat in front of the fire. And this also is something that changes every single day. There is just one thing that I've brought in, which is the Mahashivati Sadhana, which I'm doing for 40 days up until the middle of February this year. Which will be a constant during that time. And I haven't decided yet whether I will continue with that after the 40 days is up. Because last year it was so beneficial for me that I actually did continue for more than 6 months, carrying on with that practice, just because I loved it so much and it gave me so many benefits. But yeah, things are changing and fluctuating so much in my life at the moment, and I wouldn't say that I want to, fix on something, and I literally am trying to really notice what my body needs in that moment and for that day, rather than just having this routine that I must stick to because that's what I've said I'll do, for example. I think that also is not necessarily healthy. It depends, it really depends. Everyone's different. So yes, at the moment I'm getting to my mat, and I was saying in the last video that I woke up not feeling very good this morning, and by the end of the yoga practice I felt like a completely different human being. So I'll talk to you about how I got there. So I started with a yoga chant, and I can put the link below if you're interested about what Mahashivati Sadhana is. It looks like an awful lot when you look at the link, but because I've done it before, for me it's like completely ingrained in my mind, and it's like second nature, and I can just do it so easily and with my own rhythm and pace for that morning. And my rhythm and pace changes morning to morning depending on how I'm feeling. So yeah, my yoga chant 12 times, and then I stand up, I open my eyes, and I do this series of postures that makes a kind of routine, I suppose, and I do that 12 times. It gets quicker, and especially as at the moment I've only done it, 4 times? I'm still not feeling particularly flexible in my lower back when I do the back bend. Forward bends I find much easier, so my hands touch the ground much easier, and then you do a squat. That's something that's easy for me with my feet flat. And there's also you go Om Namah Shivaya at the end. Is it that? Oh my god, I think I've forgotten. Om Namah Shivaya. Yeah, it is that right at the end. So you do that 12 times, and then you sit down again, close your eyes, and get comfortable. And there's another chant that's only 3 times repeated, and it starts with Aum Savebhyo. I'm getting it all wrong. Savebhyo Devibhyo Namaha. Yeah, that's it. And it carries on a bit, and you do that 3 times. Now, at the end of each session of chants, what I do is I put my hands in front of my heart in prayer position, and I bow down. And at the beginning one, what I say to myself, and this is something that I do every morning, it's something that I've got into the habit of, and I find it's just a really nice thing to do. So I first thank something called Arkash, which is a Sanskrit word for space, and we have space all around us. space in space out there past our atmosphere, but we also have an awful lot of space within our body and inside every cell. You know, most of us is actually made up of space. So I thank space and Arkash for allowing me to sit here so effortlessly in this space. And then I thank all the yoga teachers that have taught me throughout my 22 years. And I thank them for teaching me and for teaching the rest of the world yoga as well. And then I thank myself for sitting here on this mat today and for taking this time for myself. And then, what do I do? I'm getting a bit chilly, sorry. And then I thank Emmanuel, who is my osteopath, who also guides me in so many ways through the emails he writes, through the sessions I have with him, through sometimes telephone conversations we have, and how much guidance and healing he's giving me. So I thank him and I have gratitude towards him and what he gives to me. And then I also thank my other doctor, who's called Jacques, and everything that he gives to me in his way as well. And so I'm doing this all as I'm bowed down, and I come up, and at the moment something that's also giving me so much benefit. Hang on, I need to pause. My husband needs to talk to me. Sorry, my husband just needs to borrow my laptop. So I was at the place of talking to you about yoga. And so what I've been doing the past, on and off for quite a while, about a month and a half, but recently I've been doing a lot more. This particular technique where I listen to Ma, she's called. She's got a longer name, but I don't know it fully yet. And I lie down in Shavasana, which is a posture where you're lying down completely. Your arms are a bit away from your body with your palms facing up towards the sky. Your feet are more than hip width apart with your toes rolling outwards to the side comfortably. And what I do is I lift my chest slightly and I bring my shoulder blades flat underneath me, and kind of draw them down my body slightly so that my chest is open, my shoulders are down, and I'm in as relaxed, centered, straight, aligned position that I can on the mat. And and then I listen to Ma, and she sings this beautiful mantra, and and it's repeated for 20 minutes. And there's a bit of instrumental in the background with drums and flutes and various things. And yesterday, for example, I was able to completely just be completely lâcher, it's called in French, completely let go of any tensions and just have a full awareness of her words and her song, and I had a kind of physical release in my body, and then it just woke up and connected, and my energies was then awakened and drawn down into my body, and I haven't felt that feeling ever since, me having an adverse effect to coming off not coming off, but reducing my medication, where I came out of the therapeutic range, and my energy's been much more stuck and non-existent until yesterday morning, when it started to wake up again. So that was a really, really amazing experience. And it also made me breathe differently. It made me breathe much more kind of heavily for a while. I think that was part of the physical release that I had in my body. And then after that, just quietly releasing where, you know, tears were rolling out of my eyes, down my face. And it wasn't a negative crying. It wasn't a kind of, oh, I'm crying because I'm sad. It wasn't that at all. It was just literally a release of whatever that physical thing was. I can't put my finger on, you know, what it was, but I know that it came from the area around my heart. I could feel that it came from there. I think that's enough for this video. 10 minutes is more than enough. And I will continue what I did with my yoga practice in the next video, if you're still interested. So here we go.